So you have probably heard that there has been a fascinating interview done by our good friend Ben Shapiro. Ben is a man who has been priding himself on the superiority of the debate strategy that he uses against the left and the supposed left-wing agenda that he believes stands against the traditional Judeo-Christian values he allegedly upholds every day. In rare but essential instances, I agree with Ben on several issues. Much like Tucker Carlson, he will immediately follow a rational thought with a reactionary one. I respect his religious beliefs and commend him for his tenacity to sticking to these values and holding others within his bubble to the same exact standard. The problem begins when he actuates bigoted language against people outside of his religion and inner circle of people that uphold those same standards. It is not the same thing to hold moral superiority over those who do not have the same exact morals as you do. It is as frivolous as condemning a Satanist to hell. Ben is not who I would consider a rational person. He has a quick and twisted way of directing his speech, which causes an illusion of complex ideas and catchphrases that in actuality mean next to nothing. Towards the end of the interview, Andrew Neil questions Ben about his Judeo-Christian values after calling him on multiple cases where Ben has acted out of the realm of what he himself holds everyone else accountable to. The moment that Ben was presented with evidence, real journalistic questioning, and his own rock-solid logic, he immediately becomes defensive to the point of self-destruction. What are the kids calling that these days? I don't know, what's that term? What do they call it? Oh yeah, Ben was fucking triggered. Triggered like the snowflake he is. What about whataboutism? Projection is the secret ingredient of Ben Shapiro's rhetoric. Unlike Tucker, Ben believes what he is saying, and gets frustrated when people are legitimately questioning him on what he projects. Ben brought up money in broadcasting as a motivational point towards Andrew Neil. That is the second to last piece of the right-wing puzzle that I've been searching for all these years. Money in politics does not stop at campaign finance or corporate lobbying. The tender underbelly of this starving elephant reveals the real and most insatiable parasite of all, the corporate media, which Ben and many, many others have announced their motivation for saying and doing things for the extraordinary financial gain at the expense and deliberation of those who oppose them, and ideologically, they are, after all, fascists. The acute attention the right puts on people who are unlikely to agree with them based on, say, being gay, Jewish, black, or even a woman, is painfully obviously a ploy for integration. These people are pawns to the narrative that there is some attack on regular individuals living regular individual lives. The organizations financing these puppets are the ones in the past that are responsible for advocating policy against the very freedom, their identity, or even their right to live. Playing their game of what about is not going to create a sustainable political system, and I refuse to sit pretty and play nice anymore. Ben Shapiro lies for money, and he is not even good at it. There is a lot of money to be had in right-wing broadcasting, writing, and media. There are parties in power that want to uphold the system that keeps them there and keeps the system broken. They will pay a heck of a lot of money for people, specifically people who are unlikely to advocate for them in the first place, to do so. All in the propagation to be able to say, I am X, but I believe Y, so you should believe Y too. Ben Shapiro is a reactionary, bubble-blowing double baby, and I cannot believe in good conscience or call a man who believes in a sky god's interest in decades of his own voluntary abstinence as a rational thought point for morality. Ben Shapiro is basically a political Onision, and I don't like him very much. And that's basically my video for today. I plan on making a little bit longer video about why I don't like Ben, but this is basically the gist of it. I think that just watching the 45-minute interview yourself will help you expose these things, but I just want to say one thing before I go, that this is their poster boy. This is the person that they had all their hopes on all this time, and all it takes is a member of their own side to take him down. So if you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button wherever it is, and have a spooky rest of your day.